The night remembers every word we tried to save, like broken letters scattered on the rain-soaked pavement. You held my hands but hid your heart behind a wall, a borrowed love that never truly lived at all. I chased a dream that wasn't mine, a fading spark we couldn't find, shadows of a borrowed love falling down like ashes from above. I gave you all I had but it was never enough. Shadows of a borrowed love echo through the silence in my blood. Still I'm standing here alone but not giving up, not giving up, not giving up, not giving up. Your truth was wrapped in silver lines that turned to gray, a promise whispered just to keep my heart away. I tried to fight the lies you painted over dreams, but hope is heavier than what it seems. You walked away without a sound, but your ghost keeps hanging around. Shadows of a borrowed love falling down like ashes from above. I gave you all I had but it was never enough. Shadows of a borrowed love echo through the silence in my blood. Still I'm standing here alone but not giving up. Tell me, was I just a place for you to hide, a heartbeat you borrowed for the night? But even if your love was only half alive, I kept mine burning bright, burning shadows of a borrowed love, but I won't let them tear my spirit up. I learned the truth, real hearts don't live in the dark. Shadows of a borrowed love fade away but I still rise above, 'cause my hope survives the night no matter what. Alone beneath the ruins of our flame, every step a memory calling out your name. The storm we built
still came crashing from the sky. But still I kept on searching for a reason not to die.
I felt the cracks inside the world we tried to save, a fragile truth we buried underneath the pain. But even when your shadow vanished from my hands,
I held the hope you'd come back and understand.
I was broken,
but I was reaching
for something real to keep the night from sinking in. There's hope beneath the broken sky, where every tear we lost still learns to fly. Even when the world is burning down tonight, there's hope beneath the broken sky. A spark that never dies, a fire we can't deny. Together we'll survive the darkest night.
I tore the pages of the lies we used to keep, but your voice kept pulling me from somewhere in the deep. A shattered heart can still remember how to rise if someone lights the truth behind its tired eyes.
I crossed the war inside my chest to find the truth, a battlefield of memories from me and you.
But standing here, I feel the strength we left behind, a flame reborn beneath the sky that's redesigned.
If we're falling,
Then let's fall together.
we'll turn the pain into a place where we can heal forever. There's hope beneath the broken sky, where every tear we lost still learns to fly. Even when the world is burning down tonight, there's hope beneath the broken sky. A spark that never dies, a fire we can't deny. Together we'll survive.
I'm not afraid to face the scars we made.
I'm not ashamed of all the love we gave.
If we fall apart, we'll rise again.
'Cause hope is stronger than the end.
There's hope beneath the broken sky, and now we lift our hearts back to the light.
Even when the past keeps trying to survive, there's hope beneath the broken sky. A spark that never dies,
Fire that never dies.
fire in our eyes.
Tonight we'll turn the darkness into light. left a ribbon on a memory I can't erase, a pretty lie disguised behind your flawless face. You kissed my lips but hid the truth inside the dark, a hollow vow pretending it was from the heart. You say I broke you but you never saw my scars. I carried love you couldn't fit inside your arms. Your promises were paper floating in the fire. Your sweetness tasted like a poison choir. All the words you wrote were never mine. All the dreams we built were undefined. And now the truth is crawling back into the light. Lies wrapped in a Valentine, pretty colors hiding broken lines. You sold me heaven just to watch me fall, and I believed it all. Lies wrapped in a Valentine, a perfect heart that never felt like mine. But even if the past still burns my eyes, I'll rise above your pretty painted lies. I walked the edge of every truth you made me chase, a silhouette that vanished without leaving trace. But now I see the cracks beneath your sugar smile, a masterpiece of heartbreak dressed in style. I held the pieces of the love you threw away, trying to hold on to a ghost that wouldn't stay. But now I know the strength you never let me find. My heart beats louder when it's not confined. If love was real, it wouldn't hide behind the mask we wore to keep the pain inside. Lies wrapped in a Valentine, pretty colors hiding broken lines. You sold me heaven just to watch me fall, and I believed it all. Lies wrapped in a Valentine, a perfect heart that never felt like mine. But even if the past still burns my eyes, I'll rise above your pretty painted lies. I gave my heart but you just used it as a stain. You called it love but it was only camouflage. Now I'm breaking free from every chain. I'm done being your Valentine of pain. Breaking free, breaking free. Lies wrapped in a Valentine, but now I see the truth you tried to hide. You sold me heaven just to set me on fire, but now I'm climbing higher. Lies wrapped in a Valentine, no more tears for something undefined. Tonight I'll rise above the shattered light and claim my heart back from your lullaby of lies. just led me where the shadows stay.
I kept your words inside a box I couldn't name, a fragile vow that trembled underneath the blame. You said forever, like a thief that steals the night, a fading echo disappearing from the light.
I tried to trust the fire in your eyes,
But flames don't last when fed by lies.
we chased a promise that was never truly mine.
A promise that never learned to stay, a broken vow that drifted far away. We held on tight but love got lost in the rain, and we can't outrun the pain. A promise that never learned to stay, felt like ashes on a wasted day. But even when the past keeps pulling me down, I'm stronger than the weight of what we found.
I walked the ruins of a dream we couldn't save, a battlefield where all the good turned into gray. Your voice still lingers like a ghost that won't let go, a haunting truth I never thought I'd know. I tried to give you what your heart refused to keep, a tenderness you buried in your deepest sleep. But now I rise above the fear you used to claim. I'm done with carrying the weight of blame. If love was real, it wouldn't fade. When storms are coming, we should stand, not run away.
A promise that never learned to stay, a broken vow that drifted far away. We held on tight but love got lost in the rain, and we can't outrun the pain. A promise that never learned to stay, felt like ashes on a wasted day. But even when the past keeps pulling me down, I'm stronger than the weight of what we found.
I gave my all, but you kept walking toward the dark.
I lit the fire, but you refused to keep the spark.
We finally see the truth in all the things we say.
Some promises were never meant to stay,
A promise that never learned to stay.
but now I rise and throw the past away.
No more illusions painted over the pain. I'm standing in the rain.
A promise that never learned to stay,
But I'll survive and find a brighter way. Tonight I claim the strength I lost that day.
the promise fades,
But I remain.
felt the fire fading slowly in your eyes, a quiet truth you hid beneath 1,000 lies. You held me close but kept your heart so far away, a burning love that turned to ash in just one day.
I try to reach you through the storms inside your chest, but every touch just pulled me deeper from your breath. You tied my hope to promises you wouldn't keep, a fragile cord unraveling in your sleep.
I saw the future slipping out of sight.
You let it go without putting up a fight.
We lived a dream that couldn't
forget how to do right.
I gave you truths you never learned how to believe. You took my heart but left your shadows in it seems. You swore you'd stay until the stars forgot to shine, but faithless angels never read their own design.
You whispered hope, then turned your back to run.
You left me doubts of what we're done,
And now our love fades like the dying sun.
whispers from a faithless angel, falling through the dark like broken miracles. You called my name but never meant to stay. You flew too far away. Whispers from a faithless angel echo through the nights we couldn't.
capable. You broke my wings but couldn't stop the flame. I'm burning bright again. Whispers from a faithless angel, lost inside a sky that's finally stable. Your voice is gone, but I can hear my own. I'm stronger on my never built to last. A fragile future tangled in a broken past. You held my heart like it was something you could bend. A quiet storm that never learned where it would end. I tried to reach you through the shadows in your chest, but every moment felt like walking on your mess. You promised love but kept your distance in disguise. A fading truth reflected in your tired eyes. We lost the spark we swore we'd never lose. So many wounds we didn't dare to choose, and all that's left is just a quiet bruise. Love that fades in slow motion, slipping like a ghost through all our old emotions. You held my hand but not the meaning in your heart. We drifted far apart. Love that fades in slow motion, drowning in the weight of what we weren't controlling. And even though the memories still burn bright, we're losing us tonight. I chased the warmth inside the coldness of your voice, but loving someone shouldn't feel like half a choice. You built a wall but left the door a little open, a cruel reminder of the words we left unspoken. I watched the pieces falling slowly from your hands, a shattered dream we never fully understand. You gave me hope like it was something I should fear, a fading heartbeat echoing too near. We tried to say what we outgrew, and now we're bleeding from the truth. Love that fades in slow motion, slipping like a ghost through all our old emotions. You held my hand but not the meaning in your heart. We drifted far apart. Love that fades in slow motion, drowning in the weight of what we weren't controlling. And even though the memories still burn bright, we're losing us tonight. I kept believing you were fighting for the flame, but every spark was just another dying name. We let the truth erase what love became, a fading picture we can't frame. Love that fades in slow motion, burning like a star with no devotion. We held on tight but time refused to wait. We met another fate. Love that fades in slow motion, turns into a whisper lost in ocean.
We built a kingdom made of promises and fear, a fragile castle that would crack when you weren't near. You held my heart like something borrowed for a night, a fading spark pretending it could stay alive.
I tried to hold the pieces falling from your hands, but every truth we touched was slipping through the sand. You swore we'd make it past the storm we couldn't see, but some dreams break before they're meant to be.
We chased a flame that didn't want to burn,
A lesson written in the pain we didn't learn, and now we watch the tide refuse to turn.
from the ashes of an unfinished dream. We rise above the wreckage of what might have been. You held my soul, then let it slip away. Nothing left to say. From the ashes of an unfinished dream, we face the truth we weren't prepared to see. And though the past still echoes in our bones, we walk these roads alone.
I saw forever in the way you said my name, but forever faded when the fire lost its flame. You turned your hope into a shadow on the wall, another promise that was doomed to fall.
I begged the night to give us one more chance to heal, but every scar we shared was something we concealed. You held your pain like it was something you could hide, but love can't live where fear decides.
We tried to fix
What we outgrew,
but some beginnings never follow through.
from the ashes of an unfinished dream, we rise above the wreckage of what might have been. You held my soul, then let it slip away. Nothing left to say. From the ashes of an unfinished dream, we face the truth we weren't prepared to see. And though the past still echoes in our bones, we walk these roads alone.
I kept believing you keep fighting through the pain,
But every spark just burned another dying name.
some dreams collapse before they're even real.
A wound too deep to heal.
Too deep to heal. From the ashes of an unfinished dream, we finally see the end of what we seemed. We held on tight, but time refused to bend. This is where we end. From the ashes of an unfinished dream, we take the pieces and rebuild unseen. A future born from everything we lost, no matter what the you standing in the doorway with that look,
a silent script from a story you never wrote. Your smile was painted like a promise on your face, but all I saw was someone trying to erase.
You held the moment like a secret you could hide, a breaking truth buried somewhere deep inside. I felt you drift before you ever turned around, a fading heartbeat swallowed by the sound.
Every tear you fall was just another lie,
Another mask you use so I wouldn't ask why.
we learned that love can fade without goodbye. The mask you wore on our last goodbye, hiding every truth beneath the perfect lie. You held my hands but not the meaning in your heart. We fell apart.
The mask you wore on our last goodbye, a frozen smile that still won't tell me why. And even though the memory burns my mind, I leave it all behind. I chase the shadow of the person you became, a stranger drifting in a body I still claimed. You said the words, but your reflection never changed. A fractured puzzle I could never rearrange.
I kept pretending I was strong enough to stay, but every truth inside me slowly slipped away. I wore a mask to keep you from the pain I knew, but lies will always show their color through.
You turned around,
But didn't see
the part of us we couldn't set free.
the mask you wore on our last goodbye, hiding every truth beneath the perfect lie. You held my hands but not the meaning in your heart. We fell apart.
The mask you wore on our last goodbye, a frozen smile that still won't tell me why. And even though the memory burns my mind,
I leave it all behind.
I saw the cracks beneath the surface of your voice.
I tried to love you, but you left me with no choice.
Some stories end before they ever start.
A broken truth carved in the heart. The mask you wore on our last goodbye falls apart beneath the weight of time. We fought the storm but never fought the pain. We couldn't stay the same. filled with doubt.